Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Fiorentina Career Mode. Today we are going with episode number 70 and this is a 3-game special. We do, I believe, sim 2 games in between as well, so there's a lot of content jammed into this episode. This is now coming towards the end of the season and we do start with a game against PSG in the Champions League quarterfinals second leg. This is an important game for us to win. As you can see by PSG's team with the likes of Kagawa, Aguero, Kroos, Matic and also Akinfeev. They have brought in a lot of players, as we saw in the last episode, and it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Although our team is not weak, it still isn't incredible, you know. We could do better in my opinion, but we should have the strength in my opinion to beat them if we play well. We will wait and see. As you can see, it is actually 3-2 on aggregate, but I wasn't really too bothered with the aggregate scoreline because I knew at the end of the day PSG are a very good team and could easily beat us if they want to. But we do start off here in the 14th minute with one of their players there. I don't actually know who that is there, but he passes it in to Kagawa, and Kagawa again scores against us. He did it in the last episode in the first leg and he's done it again. He's just an absolute nightmare of a play. He's playing out on that left wing for PSG, doing really well, but he gets the ball again here, Shinji Kagawa. Unfortunately for him, couldn't do anything with it, and it does remain 1-0 to PSG and 3-all on aggregate. So currently as it stands, PSG would go through on away goals, I do believe. Yes, they would, because we haven't got any away goals yet, obviously. But yeah, De Bruyne comes through here on the stroke of half time, looking to try and find ourselves a way back into the game. Crosses it into the box. Unfortunately, Akinfeev, I was going to say Serie got to it, but he doesn't play for the club anymore. And then moving on into the 48th minute here, nice passing there from Verratti in to, I believe that was Sergio Aguero, and thankfully for us he does miss it, and we do manage to clear it out for a corner and away to safety. But Robin coming down the wing here, lovely spin inside by Iron Robin, takes the shot. Unfortunately a very good save from Akinfeev, comes back out to Gundogan and another great save, and then Robin tries to get himself back onto it. Fortunately for them, he didn't manage to, because he probably would have scored that. He comes through here with a Berber spin and does get a very lucky goal there, Iron Robin, just after the hour mark, to get us finally back on level terms with PSG and 4-3 on aggregate, which is really, really good. Looking to just try and get through, really. I want to go through to the semi-finals. Ideally, I want to win the competition again. But carrying on into the 70th minute here, we come down with Loic Remy, does a lovely Berber spin, keeps running, takes a shot and somehow finds the back of the net to make it 2-1 and 5-3 on aggregate to Fiorentina. Lovely strike there by Loic Remy. He hasn't been in the greatest form recently. You guys know that he's been slacking off a little bit. He scored, I think, like 26 or 27 goals in the league, and he just hasn't been as effective in the Champions Cup, and recently his form's just dipped. But Matic coming through here, takes a shot and scores a lovely goal there, literally 4 minutes after we scored our goal with Loic Remy, which was really frustrating. PSG were hitting us so hard, it was so hard to defend against. They come in here, whip across him, looking for Shinji Kagawa again. It comes to Aurier, and a lovely strike there by Serge Aurier. We don't use him too much in the PSG series. Maybe with a shot like that we should use him. A lovely goal there, hits it on the first time volley and just sinks it past Bravo, and does make it 5-all on aggregate. And we do actually go into extra time, which was a little bit annoying. Now, I don't like playing extra time in FIFA for some reason. I feel like it's a curse for me most of the time. Hopefully this would prove to be different. They do get a corner here. Digne whips it in, and a poor header there by, I believe it was Sergio Aguero actually, and they do get themselves another corner. Lucas Digne to take the corner once again on the stroke of the first half of extra time. And we do manage to clear it away with no real problems. We do start to run though with Iron Robin, lovely spin round, and unfortunately the ref blew the whistle. And we do go into the second half of extra time, looking like we may end up going to penalties here, which is definitely not what I would want. But if it comes to it, then we'll obviously play it and it'll be fine. But yeah, it is a little bit frustrating if we do end up going to penalties. And we do end up going to penalties, guys. You could see it coming. I could see it coming, to be honest. First penalty is from Pjanic. Lovely goal there. Kandreva steps up for the second one for us. And Rakitic takes his second penalty, or PSG's second penalty. Robin scores there. David Luiz takes it, goes straight in the middle. We save it, which is fantastic. Remy puts it away. And Thiago Silva goes for the stutter. Decent penalty there by the centre-back. De Bruyne puts it down the middle. And then Verratti here actually misses it, and we do win the game. I did fast forward that just because it was about 3 minutes, that clip, just for that penalty shootout. So I didn't want to bore you guys with that and just speed it up a little bit more. And you will find I do speed up a lot of the clips now just to kind of get everything a little bit more, you know, working a lot quicker and smoother. And you can see there, we do progress through, and we will actually be playing Hoffenheim in the semi-finals, which is one of the easier results. We do sim a game against Torino there, and we do pick up a 4-1 victory. We do go to the San Siro, the home of Inter and AC Milan. This time we are facing AC Milan, who are a team very hard to judge whether or not we could get the win. You know, this game here, we are currently 19 points ahead with 6 games to go, I believe. So we have effectively won the league at this point. There is no way that anyone can come back and get to us. The max points anyone could get right now is 18. So we have actually won the Serie A title, although we won't obviously find out that until the last game of the season, which I believe is against Sassuolo, which may be a live commentary, not too sure. But we do head to the San Siro, still looking to get a victory nevertheless. You know, I will be simming a few of the games towards the end of the season. In the next episode we do have Juventus, I believe. But, you know, some of the lower games against lesser opposition, you know, kind of in the bottom half of the table, should I say, we will be simming most of them games, because this series has nearly come to an end, guys. It's been a good run, but nevertheless, stop me waffling on about that and get into the gameplay. We start off with a few early chances here. As I said, AC Milan are a team that I never really know how to play against. You know, sometimes they're really bad, sometimes they're really good. It's a very confusing one. You know, they haven't had the best team in recent years, but they do start off by picking themselves up a goal there. I can't quite see who got that. It was Bursa. I don't know if he's a substitute player or a reserve player, or, you know, even a new signing for AC Milan. I can't recognise the name, if I'm honest with you. But Kuma Babacar comes through here. He was playing in this game. Into Antonio Candreva, takes a shot with his new Under Armour boots that we gave him, I think, a couple of episodes back now. We do come through here with Loic Remy, hopefully looking to find a goal, and a very good save there by Diego Lopez. Getting on a little bit now, Lopez. Still a very good goalkeeper though, even though he is, I think, about 33 years old. But we get a header there with Babacar, and unfortunately it wasn't meant to go in, and it was kind of frustrating me now. You know, trying to find this equaliser against AC Milan was proving to be very difficult, and they come so close there to scoring. Kondogbia with a great tackle, well, a great pass away, should I say, to get it out of safety. But Remy comes through here and buries it to make it 1-1. That is his first game in the league, I think, in like 3 or 4 games, which is kind of strange for Loic Remy. That was his, I believe, his 28th goal of the Serie A campaign so far. And we do still have quite a few games left of the season, which is strange how Loic Remy, you know, has that many goals. It's crazy. He's been literally one of the stars of the series. He came into this club as an 81 rated striker from Chelsea. We paid very little for him, and he wasn't very good, and he's now an 84 overall, and he is just amazing. You know, one of the key signings with this series. I might do a bit of talk about that on the final episode, where I talk about, you know, my favourite players of this series, you know, the best players that we could, you know, we've made from nothing to something, which is, you know, obviously like John Stones and Hesse amongst others. And we get so close there to conceding a goal in the latter stages of the game in 80th minute. Just hopefully looking to hold on. We do manage to hold on, and we do pick ourselves up a 1-1 draw at the San Siro, and we do continue on. Happy to get a point in that game. You can see Inter beating Livorno there 4-0, Juventus beating Sassana 3-0, and we do sim a game against Hellas Verona. I was going to say Kiva Verona, then Hellas Verona. We do actually pick up a 2-1 victory. We get an injury to Kolasinac. He is out for, I think, 2 months, so he will not play another game for us in this series, which is a shame, because this is our last season. But we do go into the Champions Cup semi-final, first leg against 1989 Hoffenheim. Really looking to get a victory here. You know, it is Dortmund and Real Madrid in the other game. Real Madrid have already won 1-0, so you would expect in the second leg Dortmund to actually lose that game, and we will probably be facing Real Madrid in the final if we somehow can beat Hoffenheim, which I'm not too sure. Hoffenheim were in our group this year, actually, so we've come up to face them again. We didn't do very well against them either. We did actually, I believe we maybe drew or even lost against Hoffenheim once in the group. So we had a pretty poor run against them in the group. Hopefully in the semis we could do a lot better, you know, looking to win the Champions League for the second year in a row in this career mode. And we don't start off too brightly. Hoffenheim having most of the chances. There was a couple of chances in the opening 10 minutes, all for Hoffenheim. But we get the ball down here to Iron Robin. He cuts inside, takes a shot, and a very good save there by the goalkeeper to prevent us from going 1-0 in front. They do play through their striker there, Kevin Volland, and unfortunately he scores the absolute bugger. Really annoyed with that. You know, very poor goal to concede as well. I wasn't defending very well in this game, as you guys can see, and it, you know, it eventually caught up with me. And we do try and find ourselves some room here with the kickoff glitch. We roulette one player, roulette another player, keep running on towards goal, trying to find the gap, finesse it, and Loic Remy puts it away with ease to make it 1-0. I know a lot of you guys are probably annoyed with the kickoff glitch, but it's just part of the game, and if you're not going to use it, then there's no point really, because you know, you're going to end up losing games from it. You know, people will do it online, and I know this is only offline, but it's still an important glitch to use, and you know, we are trying to do as well as possible in this series. But we do let Freddie Guarin take a free kick here, thinking his free kick stance will be better than Shannon Hoglu's for a 43-yarder. We use the power shot, and unfortunately it comes off of Roberto Firmino and does end up going out for a corner and away to safety. Well, sort of to safety. We do get Candreva here, who crosses in a nice ball, comes in to Guarin, he goes down in the box, no penalty is given. Not too sure if that was a penalty. Let me know in the comments if you think that was a penalty. I couldn't really see it too well. If you want to go back and watch it a couple of times, feel free. But Hesse comes in here with a lovely Berber spin, takes a shot, and unfortunately for us, Borman got lucky and nothing was to come of it, and we do end up picking up another draw, which is a little bit disappointing. Would have expected to have done a little bit better against Hoffenheim, but there is the league table as it stands at the end of this episode. 84 points, which is absolutely crazy. We have won the league, as I said. We will still continue to play most of the bigger games from 10th or below. We'll probably sim all of them towards the end of the season, as there is only a handful of games left. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, if we could smash over 7 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the channel for daily FIFA content, and I'll speak to you guys in the next episode very soon.